In 19 January 2021, a group of people who identified themselves as Génération Identitaire held an illegal anti-migrant action in the Pyrenees mountains called Defend Europe. That action made the French Minister of Internal Affairs Gerald Darmanin to disassemble Génération Identitaire after a series of investigations. As a response towards his decisions, Génération Identitaire held another demonstration at La Place d'un Fairclough in 20 February 2021, where they refused to be disassembled, and after a few hours, a group of anti-fascists came and the riot began between the two of them. So, who is Génération Identitaire? Génération Identitaire, or GI, is a far-right youth movement in France. This movement was formed in 2012 as a youth branch of far-right political party Bloc Identitaire. Their ultimate goal is to do Reconquista, a term coined by Guillaume Pay that has a meaning of preventing the wave of immigrations to Europe and send all the migrants to the place where they belong, their home country. Every action launched by GI is almost always covered by the French mass media as well as the international mass media. According to Forestier 2014, Génération Identitaire tend to use viral communication methods in order to seek for media's attention. Kangara stated that mass media are all forms of media whose communication is one-way, institutionalized, and the information can be accepted by anyone. Based on ACPM, France has a lot of mass media, and Le Monde holds the first positions as a newspaper with the most sellers, followed by Le Figaro, L'Équipe, Les Échos, La Croix, Aujourd'hui en France, and Libération in the top 7 media with the most sellers in France. In this video, we're going to talk about the framing done by Le Figaro and Libération on reporting on GI's demonstration on 20 February 2021, in an article that was published on the same day. According to Rich Newman et al., Le Figaro is a center-right or right media and Libération is a center-left or left media. These medias were chosen due to their different political views and with the fact that they are the most widely read media compared to other media with similar political views. Therefore, this study will examine how two different political ideologies in France, namely the left and the right, represented by Le Figaro and Libération, frame the phenomenon of the demonstration done by GI on 20 February 2021. According to Anman, framing is an activity that aims to promote certain interpretations of perceived reality and make that reality more prominent to support specific problem definitions, causal interpretations, moral evaluations, and or treatment recommendations. Framing can also be used to convey the ideology of the text producer. To analyze framing that each media has done, critical discourse analysis by Fairclough will be used. This theory will be used to analyze all aspects belonging to the discourse of the media, namely written or spoken language, photos, videos, films, and diagrams. All aspects of the text are examined both with a linguistic approach as well as by connecting socio-cultural contexts such as economics, politics, and culture. After being analyzed, there are 4 framing differences done by both media. They are the rubric where the 2 articles are placed, the titles of the 2 news articles, the selection of political figures, and the writing style. Figaro put their article in the Société rubric and Libération put it in the Politique rubric. This difference can occur because of the ideological differences that each media has. Le Figaro as a rightist media does not perceive the existence of GI as a threat, and even considers the dissolution of GI as a manifestation that the government does not respect the freedom of the people and a sign that the government is oppressive towards varieties. On the other hand, Libération as a leftist media thinks that the existence of GI as a threat. The action taken by GI so far are clearly against the left, such as the rejection of the construction of mosques and the rejection of immigrants. The writing of the title between these 2 news articles is also different. The article written by Le Figaro has a title Génération Identitaire a manifesté à Paris contre son éventuelle dissolution. From the title of the article, Le Figaro takes the point of view of GI with their decision to place GI as the subject of the title. Libération gives the title à Paris dernière manifestation pour Génération Identitaire for the news article. Libération uses cynicism, and from the use of this title, the writer and Libération support the disbandment of Génération Identitaire. As for the selection of political figures, both media mentioned high-ranking figures from the far-right wing. However, Le Figaro included the opinions of each figures in their news articles. Even the opinions of demonstration participants are included too, but not with Libération. Libération only mentions the names of high-ranking figures from the far-right wing who were present at the demonstration. but the opinions of the higher-ups are not included in this article. It can be interpreted that the writer is not too focused on the issue of this demonstration. The writing style of the two articles is also different. In writing their news article, Le Figaro does not use any figure of speech. Le Figaro only focuses on discussing the demonstration conducted by GE on 20th February 2021. On the other hand, Libération uses various kinds of figure of speech, namely irony, comparison, and cynicism. These figures of speech are used by Libération to demean Génération Identitaire. The discussion in the Libération article also does not focus on the demonstration carried out by GE on 20th February 2021. Libération tends to focus on other things, for example, comparing the actions of the previous GE actions with another action with a different political ideology and demeaning GE by stating that GE action was not attended by top far-right political leaders. Le Figaro and Libération frame the phenomenon of GE's demonstration in a different way. By conducting critical discourse analysis, these differences can be seen from the rubric where the two articles are placed, the titles of the two news articles, the selection of figures, and the writing style of the article. Le Figaro places this article in the rubric of Société. Le Figaro places GE as a subject in the title of this article. Le Figaro mentions and includes the opinions of far-right political figures and demonstration participants, and in writing their article, Le Figaro does not use any figure of speech. Le Figaro as a right-wing media showed their support for GE and rejected Darmanin's decision to dissolve this group. Le Figaro considers the government to have been repressive towards the far-rightists. On the other hand, Libération places this article in the rubric of politics. The title of the article uses cynicism. Libération mentions far-right figures but is not followed by the opinions of these figures, and Libération uses irony, comparison, and cynicism in writing its articles. Libération as a leftist media considers that the existence of GE as a threat, and Libération also fully supports the dissolution of Génération Identitaire by Gerald Darmanin. This is due to their differences in the political ideology, so that the actions and even the existence of Génération Identitaire per se will not be supported by Libération.